Okay guys, this video is on the John Deere 1025R. This machine was built in February of 2015 and I took delivery in April of 2015, so it's going on 8 years old. But the deal is, on these engine air filter brackets, what is failing on them is the actual bracket itself. It's a very thick piece of steel. We'll take a look at it from the other side. But what's causing the catastrophic failure of the engine is these studs are kind of ripping through the vibration. This is a high vibration machine, especially at idle. It's basically cracking out the valve cover and leaving enough gap where it's sucking a lot of just raw dirt into the engine. The studs have broken, the heads have broken off on the inside and fallen down into the valve train and done catastrophic engine damage that way. Let's go take a look at the other side. You can see where mine has not failed. You can also see there just how thick that is. That's at least 1/8 of an inch thick. My dealership where I bought this tractor, he actually lost his John Deere dealership a couple of years ago. So I have to travel at least 1 hour in a couple of different directions to get to another John Deere dealer. Very good service manager. Gave me a nice printout of everything. And he was gone for about 15 or 20 minutes and he came back with all this information. Basically, he highlighted here that my machine, the serial number, it is in the range where they had a solution number for this. That solution number is right there, 116873, and then it also had where it had a PIP, a Product Improvement Program number, this being the number, and also tractors built between June of 2015 and 2018 with this air filter bracket, which may result in engine failure due to the cracking of the valve cover. But the program on the solution is fix as fail, and as you've seen, mine has not failed. He told me that he can't help me, but he gave me this information. He advised me to call John Deere. So I called John Deere, got a nice lady on the phone, and she looked up my account, verified I did buy the tractor, verified the serial number and all that good stuff, and told me that in a nutshell, the machine is over 5 years old and nothing is coming up, so there is nothing they can do. She said when the machine gets beyond 60 months old, it goes to zero. There's nothing that John Deere is going to do. And I told her, well, I have it. It has not broke, but I want to update it because of the engine failures. The dealership that printed this information out for me said they've replaced 2 of the Yanmar's engines because the valve cover was cracked out from that bracket. The bracket didn't break, but it basically ripped the valve cover. And that's some kind of a cast valve cover. It's pretty tough, but it can break. The thing to remember here is that up to April of 2018, some of these tractors, probably all these tractors, were shipped with this old style air cleaner bracket. So if they're going to tell you, if you have one, they're going to tell you the same thing they told me on the 5 years to 60 months going to zero. You only have 2 months left to take advantage of this. I think they will send you the bracket kit if you're within the 5-year mark. So I told her that's fine. I will buy it myself. Delivered it was $238.81. As usual, your mileage may vary. Now let's, this is not an install video. There's a lot of good install videos out there. So after buying the kit from GreenPartStore in Illinois, let's open it up and just see what it is. It's supposed to be everything I need, but you never know. May need an extra hose clamp or two. Just the individual nuts. 2 nuts. One of the hoses. 2 hose clamps. Another koozie. And for the biggie. Well, that's her. Nice, compact looking little thing. Oh good, the filter's in with it. Yeah, it just kind of needs a little help. Oh, good deal. I like to see that on diesel engines. That high compression ratio, they suck in a lot of air. A lot more than a gas engine. Made in Mexico. A lot of your filters now are made in Mexico. I've noticed that. No matter what brand they are. Well, it appears to be all there. Okay, before. And here's the after shot. They even give you a little sticker to put on here about not using starting fluids. Very easy install, guys. A matter of minutes. John Deere, this retrofit is so well thought out. Everything just fits like a glove. Of course, you kind of expect it to, but the way they do the brackets, they're utilizing these two bolts that are already here in this firewall between the engine and the radiator. I'm not sure whether it's a firewall or not, but anyway, some kind of a block there. These holes are already there, and of course the bracket just fits right in place. And then what's impressive is that this C-clamp, what we used to call a C-clamp, it slides into a slot here. And it's got a dimple on the other side, so it locks down there. There's no nut. It's got two ears pinched or crimped out on it, and it locks on the other side. So it comes up here, and you keep it in the middle. You got two grooves on each side of the clamp. You got two different flanged hex nuts here that have locking grooves on them. The one is oversized. This one would slide on through, but this bracket has a hex cutout on it, and that nut fits in that cutout. And then the smaller bolt, I believe it's a 6mm, it's also flanged, and it actually locks onto the ears. They each have locking ears on them, so they don't back off. And every time you turn them, you can feel the teeth engage. Probably can't see it here. So there's no way it's going to back off. So well thought out. The only ones that's going to be eligible for this replacement bracket is if your 1025R was made in the months of the very end of February. By the time I get this video out, it's February 22 today. But if your tractor was made in March and through April of 2018, you're coming up on month 59 and 60, so you're on the 5-year, you're still under the 5-year limit. And when you take these off, put them on, don't keep cranking on them. They will keep coming because there's some kind of a gasket on the bottom of them, or just the way the stud comes up through the valve cover. You just want to tighten them snug and leave them alone. But I'm lucky, it did not break and the bracket did not crack. Here's the original bracket. Pretty thick bracket. But other than that, she'd been a good one. Tractor got 690 hours on it. It's well worth it to me to spend $238 and get this. This is an awesome bracket. It comes with the filters. Very impressive. Easy to change. This filter is going to be a lot easier to change out than the old one is too. That one there, you had to kind of torque it up. And more importantly, before you change that filter out, you had to undo this rubber strap. But look at that, that rubber strap is still good to go. It's amazing. But a lot of them, not so much. Well, I hope this helps somebody. Hey, thanks for watching. Work safe out there. Have a good one.